The most comprehensive part of the Onsite7 system is the detail in which you can record information on each job behind relevant workflow stages. Whilst not a requirement, recording each stage of a job cycle in detail can be very helpful for individuals or teams using Onsite7. The stage labels can be changed completely to suit your workflow as you need in your business. Recording your job behind stages allows you to assign different users to different parts of the job, such as sales or installation. It allows you to add a start and finish date for each stage independently too. The job stage tabs are designed to serve slightly different purposes from one another and open up different input fields depending on which stage has been selected or is in progress. Starting with the sales stage, we can see date input fields to allow you to add start and end dates which will show up in the jobs calendar. An Assign Stage 2 input field where you can assign an on-site user in your system, such as a salesman, to be responsible for this stage. A Current Status drop-down field which will let you clearly mark the progress of this stage of your job. You can also attach sales content to the job for your on-site users to view. This can be helpful in subsequent stages where on-site users can pick up information back at the sales stage to see what was agreed to. For example, you may have a floor plan, images, or notes obtained during the sales process. If your job has been set up as a commercial job, the operative will sign the job off and not the customer, and you'll only be able to select between Not Completed or Completed in the Job Status drop-down. We will now mark the sales stage as complete using the Current Status drop-down field and move on to the next stage. We can change the Select Current Job stage to Survey stage and assign this stage to one of our on-site users with any agreed date for the survey. The on-site user will then set the current status to In Progress when they start the job. The Survey stage operates in a similar way to the sales stage, but you now have additional input fields whereby you can record your evidence and information for your job under Survey Content. Your survey, installation, and service stages all enable you to add content according to the locations you've set up within your job. By selecting the location you want to add content to, you'll be able to capture evidence before and after any work carried out. You can upload photos, videos, or notes, and this can be done through both your admin console and through the app by an on-site user. You can then select another location and record any evidence to that location in the same way. If you're using the on-site app, any content you add here will update live into the admin system whenever you have a data connection. Or, if you do not have a reliable connection, you can sync the app at any point when a connection becomes available. Once the survey has been completed and all information recorded into the job, the on-site user can then set the current status to Completed. As soon as the current status is set to Completed, the customer can then provide feedback and a signature to state they're happy with the job at this stage. The evidence of their signature and any feedback is recorded to the job. This information is then available in the admin console and the app. Once you've completed a stage, you'll be able to go into the job from your admin console to download a report of your stage as a PDF for your records. We'll now move on to the installation stage by setting the Select Current Job stage to Installation. The basics of this stage are identical to the survey stage, and you can build evidence per location by attaching files, as well as getting approval from the customer once this stage of the job has been completed. Again, all information provided by the admin user, the on-site user, and the customer is saved to the job for later use. Finally, we'll take a look at the service stage. Please note that the survey, installation, and service stages are almost identical. In the service stage, you can again provide evidence per location, set the current status, and obtain feedback and signatures from the customer. We understand that you may not always be able to complete a job on the day it's supposed to be finished. You may need to reassign the job to another person or a secondary engineer in order to complete that job. So in a case like this, the flexibility of Onsite7 comes into its own. You'll be able to assign a different date and a different user to complete the job. Then you'll need to change the current status to Not Started. The current status drop-down input field is critical here. If you do not set that to Not Started, the job will not appear in the assigned user's app. Once you've done this, the job will then appear for the user you've assigned in their app, and they can now proceed to complete the job as normal. Onsite7 is ultimately very flexible. It enables you to complete job phases and stages in a streamlined and efficient workflow. Using the job stages when and where you need them allows you to simply use the parts of the system that make sense for your business. The Onsite7 system has been kept deliberately simple and with a minimal set of requirements to capture information into a job.